next up, 350259. Thanatophobia. That was the one I was least looking forward to saying.
Because it's Greek?
Yeah, I just hate Greek things, Vicky. That's why we get along so well. No, it's just because my English may as well be my second language. My pronunciation is, as we learned from the beginning. Okay. The blurb for this one, because I won't forget it. My song is about the fear of getting old, the fear of what will become of this world, fear of death. A feeling that everyone knows more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We're getting straight to the point this stream.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, here we go.
Scared of going on, I am paralyzed on the sorry sun, ready to someday end up the road. Scared of going on, I am paralyzed on the sorry sun. Can you get my son alone? Stay on my despair. Will I see the end? Stay on my despair. People around me are jaded. I am falling in a torrent of distress. Suffocated in this helpless existence. I am falling down, 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 down. Eternal life, I'm afraid to die. Bye, I'm on the line. Let me die forever. I am shivering between my guts and bones, and I am climbing to a goal in my funeral.
I think like just starting off, I think that this song obviously has a lot of repetition. The one thing I do appreciate about it is that in each chorus, even though it is just the same, she adds more layers each time, and they don't like they actually do add to it. It doesn't like turn into like too much of it. Doesn't turn into like a car crash, which happens on some of these productions where people, you know, are a bit new and they try and layer and then it just goes more. And so it does kind of like add to it somewhat, but it does. I think the clearest thing is obviously in her screams. There's a really cool tone there, and it's emotional and like and immediate, but there's a lot of vocal break.
Yes.
And like throughout, and vocal break is a great thing in like key moments, like for like impact, but like when it can feel very repetitive if it's in like every line and but yeah. Mark?
Yeah, so I like there were some things I really loved about this entry. Some things I thought were like awesome, and some things that I either just straight up didn't like, or some things that I wish had been done differently. So first and foremost, I love the tone of this person's screams. Like once they got into like what I call the belly of the scream, we're past the onset, but we're not to the offset. We're in the belly. We're in that middle of the scream. Tone was phenomenal. I thought, loved it. And that like vocal break onset, I saw somebody, I think it was UX in the chat, mention that it was being a bit overused. I totally agree, which is interesting because it's actually one of my favorite onsets to hear, but you can't use it too much. And I kind of felt like at the end of those, I felt like at the end I was kind of like in the car with somebody who doesn't quite have like that, that like
you're in a back country road.
Yeah, I was just like, and it sounded cool for like the first 3 or 4 words, and then I was like, okay, like I totally get it. Ease off that for me. What I did love is I actually really liked this person's singing voice, although I feel like they could have used it more. And what I mean by that is like, I loved again sort of the smoky soft vibe. I loved some of like the jazzy onsets with the rock delivery. I thought that was really cool. But I wish in the chorus they had leaned into their voice a little bit, added a little bit more weight. I did hear weightier takes, but they were pushed back, almost as textures. And I feel like getting a little bit more connection, a little bit more like, oh yeah, would have been kind of cool to make those choruses really like punch through.
I feel like there was a texture she added in the big chorus that I really liked and wanted to hear more forward.
Yeah,
it was like,
Yep.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, this person, I feel like this person has like a really like, they probably have a lot more to their voice that they didn't show. And I don't know if that was because they were like, I really want to play this safe to make it through the competition, or they weren't confident. But yeah, just adding some more vocal weight, maybe like some very soft strategic like press would have been cool. I'm checking to make sure. Oh, love her high screams. Like I believe she did it in the pre-chorus and then the breakdown. She hit just like this nasty high scream, and it reminded me both of Cheney from Entheos and then the old vocalist from Rings of Saturn. And like I love Cheney's highs, and I love we're not gonna hear him in Rings of Saturn anymore. I love
Ian Bearer.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay, yeah.
But Ian Bearer, yes. Love the highs. I'm glad that she only used them sparingly though, because those like really like strong piercing highs I think would have been a little too much for the song. So yeah, I'm actually not really decided where I want to put this in the ranking, so I'm kind of waiting to hear what y'all say to help me make my decision.
Vicky?
Okay, so I'm gonna start right off the bat. Tell you guys I know who this vocalist is.
Oh.
I smiled right away. I recognized her voice from the first scream.
Okay.
So I'm not obviously like I'm gonna judge it as if I don't know the vocalist, but at the same time, like I knew she had entered, so I'm happy that she made it this far. Like I had no idea, and I'm happy that her song popped up on the stream that I'm on. That's really cool. From what I do know from her, she has improved immensely, like immensely. It's hard for me to judge this as like a first, because I know the person. I heard her voice like years ago, and it's just like the screams, the singing, everything has gotten so much better. Which proves to me that like if you put in the work, you get the results. For the singing, I don't know if she could do that you were asking for, Mark. So I'm not sure that she could. And if she can't, I think it's smart to not attempt it and just stick to your guns.
Sure.
Now I agree with everything that Mark said. I do personally, I'm not a fan of that vocal break, and especially when it's overused, it does throw me off. Thankfully for the style of this song, it being a metalcore song, it did fit. You know, if I heard it on something like, I don't know, like melodic death metal, I'd be like, whoa, wait a second. So it was okay, but I do think the best thing were those high screams. When they came in, I was like, ooh, that's tasty. And
the vocal break feels like as attitude works with like the song. Yeah.
Yes, but I do agree it could have been done less. It could have been saved for like key moments for sure. I will say that in my opinion, this was the strongest chorus today from a songwriting perspective, because after that breakdown, I was in my head already. I am falling in a torrent of distress. Like it was already there, and I'm like, I'm hearing this for the first time. See, and I still remember it. So just from a songwriting perspective, like it was simple. There wasn't a lot going on in terms of like showing off, but I like the A-B sort of scream, like with a melody behind it, going into like soft singing, A-B, like back and forth, with something super catchy. I think it was really, really well done, and it was a smart chorus, which at the end of the day, the most important part of a song, in my opinion, is the chorus. So I can tolerate things not being perfect and like verses and breakdowns and stuff like that and bridges, but like if the chorus is really strong, then I'm like, job well done.
I'm the same, except I think the most important part of any song is the tune. But anyway, Melissa.
I agree with a lot of things that you've said. I feel like there was a lot of potential, but sometimes a bad execution. Like I feel like I think that's something that's been mentioned in another stream. But if this person is coached, like if, for example, if I was in the studio with that person, I feel like I could bring it to something that's a little bit more, at least to my liking, better. The high screams were very good, and I liked when there was a choice of directions in the screams. The breaks, those vocal breaks, were too much for me. This is also something like you said it before, but that can be used to, you know, spice up some little places in the song, but not that much. That was way too much for me. The chorus was, I actually loved the chorus when the last repetition arrived, because for me there was not enough difference between in intensity between the cleans in the verse and the cleans in the first chorus. But when the last chorus came in, I was like, oh, now I like it. So I join Mark here with the point where like it needs something more vocally in maybe intensity or versatility in the chorus to detach it from what's going on in the cleans from the verses.
I think structurally, like all three choruses like change structurally, right? And I think when a chorus becomes or has the feeling of being copy pasted, even like in the big chorus, a double chorus, those two halves of that chorus are structurally different, and you can change the way you interact with them. And I think obviously the chorus is very strong, but it does have a copy paste feel, and she tried to get around that by adding kind of more layers as it went along. But obviously,
I mean, I like a lot when the vocalists add something special or add something on top of the vocals that they've done previously in the choruses, chorus after chorus. However, the first chorus has to already feel like a chorus, and that was my problem in that song. And the last point was, again, for me that some of the growls were too much on beat. But like I said, I think that there's potential if that person is coached the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can add
course.
to that,
Yeah.
I do agree with the chorus. I think really what it is missing is, I think, production. Because pulling off all those different layers, like with screaming and harmonies and like building up, I think production is what's going to make it shine. And I just think, it didn't have that. And especially if you're using that soft voice, which is tough to mix in a metal song and make it like really pop. It just needs that like warmth and that compression to like really bring it out. And then, maybe like some better choices with like the harmonies and like maybe the panning, like left, right, or whatever, so that when the first time it comes around, it does hit you and you're like, oh yeah, this is a chorus. So yeah, I do agree there. I think they did a really good job with like making something hooky without it being like a classic chorus, like, oh, all singing, But yeah, it needed production for the execution to also like be nailed, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think, building kind of on that, soft singing in like big metal songs can be so hard, because you're right, like it needs a little bit of that production, and this is why I don't produce any of my own vocals, because I'm like way too heavy-handed. Like you can put a compressor on there and all of a sudden it's just like so crushed and weird sounding. Yeah, so that's tough, and that you actually pointed out a couple. Like I was like, I'm waiting for you guys to give me some advice on where to put this. And Vicky, you made I don't know, you actually convinced me to put a little higher than I was going to. When you pointed out like, hey, I remember that chorus. Also, it's really interesting. The more streams I do with you, Vicky, the more I'm learning like how like totally different we are. Because for me, the most important part of a song is an outro. I like literally have a Spotify playlist that's like favorite outros. I'm a
Are
sucker.
you serious? Most people don't even reach the outro. Wow.
Oh, like seriously? So like I can name off the top of my head some of my favorite outros. There's like Sapphire by Fallujah. There's Everything Ever Written by Alcest. Afterlife, Ad Infinitum actually has a phenomenal outro. The two of you singing, just forget about it. It's killer. Yeah, like I always listen to the whole song because it makes the outro better. But yeah, if you got a good outro, I'm like, stamp of approval.
It is important. It is important.
I'm sorry, go on, Vicky.
Sorry, Quigs. I'm just gonna interject one more time.
You do it.
To me, the outro is really important. It's not the most important thing. Like I said, it is the chorus, but I do love those outros that make you feel like, what the fuck did I just listen to? And then you hit the replay just so that you can hear that outro again. So I do agree with that.
I live for that moment when a song ends and you're just like, who even am I? What the hell?
I'm worse than all of you, because I'm actually just a moment person. It could be the outro, it could be the mid-chord, it could be a random little thing in a. But
sideways.
Exactly, but I have a playlist where literally any song that comes on, when it gets to the moment, wherever it is, I will then rewind and listen to that moment 15 times before I let the song finish and then move on.
Yeah. Done this. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'm a moment whore. Anyway.
I do.
Okay.
I do that exact same thing. I do that exact same thing with the guitar solo on "Fermented Awful Discharge" by Necrophagist. It's choice. Anyway, I'll shut up.
Lovely song name. Yeah.
It's a great song.
Also, Vicky, do you want to start with your ranking?
You're just okay. I will say I did struggle with today's, even though it's only 8 songs and not 10. I struggled more today because I had to like go back with the first few songs and like kind of remember how I felt about them, but I don't exactly remember. And for anything like below like 4, I'm like, okay, maybe it's not in the right order, but it doesn't matter as much because we're looking for like the top 3. But even there, I feel strongly about my top 2. I'm not sure about the 3rd spot. So, but in any case, I'll start from, I guess, number 8 and go up. So, Debris, Memories, Circles, Silence in Your Heart, Transurfing Reality, The Absence of Time, I'll do it in the American way. Thanatophobia, and A Phantom That Remains.
I did not expect you to put Phantom That Remains first.
Neither did I.
It was honestly, I didn't either, but I kept waiting for a song to surpass it, and it just didn't happen. I feel like Thanatophobia could have, if the one or two things that we commented on weren't there, like the bad things. I feel like that would have been an easy one for me, but just all the other songs, there wasn't something that I was just like, yeah, number one. Whereas I think in the previous stream, it was like obvious to me. It was obvious what the number one was. So
I feel like in the previous streams, there have been, without meaning to that, there have been clear, like, just in terms of the ones that played, there have been clear winners and less so like just across the 10. We've also whereas here I would say that these 8 songs are all in the stronger half of round 2.
Agreed.
But they're all closer together in terms of their ability and level, so that makes it hard to rank them.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the reason why I put A Phantom That Remains in my number one spot when we heard it, and I think it's still there, it just comes down to the vocalist. I think
of course.
In singing, that was the best vocalist we heard today. And good melodies. And you can see at the end of the day, I don't really care that there was auto-tune, because it was just the better overall, I think, in my opinion.
Hallelujah.
But that being said, like, yeah, was it I don't feel as confident about this number one than the previous one. The previous number one, I was like, yeah, that's a number one.
Vicky,
I was kind of hoping something was gonna pass it, but it didn't. It didn't happen. So.
Listen, Vicky, give me 6 months and I'll get you listening to Chip Tune. Fine.
No, never will. All right,
Melissa.
Wait, I'm just retrieving my last name because I wrote the numbers like an idiot. I don't have a like. I was like, I don't have time. Oh no, my God. Wait, I just have one more to find.
Okay. Mark, do you want to go? Oh, sorry. Mark, do you want to spare Melissa?
Yes, please.
I'm missing one. So, I'm missing one.
You've done this again.
I know.
Oh, okay. That's why you've messaged me. Right.
I have them, just so you know.
Go ahead, Melissa.
Okay. Yeah, go on then.
So I'll do the same from number 8 to number 1. But like Vicky said, it's difficult in the bottom of the list. It's not like, oh, the number 8, I hated it. It's more like the strong ones are at the top, and those that didn't seduce my heart are at the bottom of the list, but not because, like, yeah. You know what I mean? I'm sorry for...
Yeah. No, don't.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. The people on the bottom suck and should quit. No, kidding. Like I said, like, honestly, everyone in this stream is in like even still. But yeah, go on, Melissa.
So for me, number 8, Memories. Number 7, Circles. Number 6, Thanatophobia. Number 5, Transurfing Reality. Number 4, The Breeze. Number 3, Silence in Your Heart. Number 2, The Absence of Time. And number 1, A Phantom That Remains.
Damn.
And
that's
yeah,
cool.
I just, with The Phantom That Remains, I really like, if you could read my comments, I was like, oh, I like the variation. Holy moly! Oh fuck yeah! Sorry, I should not say that. But it's just the song that really awesome. It's just a song that made me feel something, and I was like, I love the vocals and I love the execution, and it was a great vocalist. So it really convinced me, and I thought I put it in the first place, and then it never moved.
Hell yeah, cool. Mark, did you figure it out?
I think so. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay, I found it. Okay, This one was hard. This one was tough. I feel like if I listened to all these again over a couple days, my order would be different. So don't put too much weight on what I'm going to say here. So from least favorite to most favorite, because I do agree this is definitely like on the stronger side of round two. On the stronger side of round two. At the bottom is Circles. After that, I think people thought I rated Debris higher than I would have, but after Circles, I have Debris. Then I have Memories. Then Silence in Your Heart. Then Thanatophobia. Then Transurfing Reality. Then A Phantom That Remains. And then An Absence of Time. But like I said, it could change if I gave it a couple more days. I don't know. That's what I have now.
Okay. And then I have Memories. Sorry, can't help it. Sorry everyone. It's embarrassing to me to do that in front of 3 singers. Debris, Silence in Your Heart in 6, Circles in 5, Thanatophobia in 4, Transurfing Reality in 3, Absence of Time in 2, and A Phantom That Remains in 1. So that makes A Phantom That Remains the winner of the stream. I'm second place. And then I think third place probably goes to... It's probably a cross between Transurfing and Thanatophobia. But yeah.
See what I mean? I knew it. I knew that was going to happen with the third spot. Like, I don't know. I had a feeling that it wouldn't be as clear as like the previous stream.
Exactly, yeah. But the top two are pretty clear.
Yeah.
Cool. No, awesome. Well done to everyone that we listened to today. Do you guys have any final thoughts before I do the closing comments? No? Okay, cool. Everyone's happy. Good. So I've seen a bunch of people asking. So we have 2 streams left, just 20 songs left. The next stream will be on July 6th, which is next Thursday, and that is my birthday. And we will have the lovely Vicky back with us, as well as top husband material Johnny C, and the living statue Phil Bozeman. So and then the final stream will be on July 12th, where we will have my tortured husband Johnny C and Austin Dickey coming back, and potentially another Dick. So
can you clarify that, please?
The other Dick, like the 2
right.
dicks. I want the 2 dicks. I want Dick. Anyway,
Wow.
Are we clarified enough?
All right.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. And then and then we'll be done. Thankfully, released from this prison that I created. Actually, no, we won't, because then the actual judging. We will be doing one more stream in early August, where we will do. It will be the results announcement. Top 10, like basically, and so that'll be really fun. That'll be mostly positive, because the time for criticism will kind of be over, I guess. Just celebrating, but thank you so much, Vicky and Melissa, for rearranging your day to be here with us today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Certainly enjoyed hanging with you guys and listening to these songs. I think that's it. You should wear a party hat next week, Vicky.
A party hat? Because it's your birthday?
Yeah. Or
okay.
Some kind of thing just to massage my ego. I'm very fragile.
Okay. I'll find something. I don't have any party hats. It's fine. Someone just said it in the comments. I'm like, anyway, yeah. Okay. Melissa, thank you so much for giving us your time, and as always,
Pleasure.
Vicky for it. And yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Hell yeah. Mark.
Yes, thank you.
Any comments?
No. Just kidding.
Leaves me out to dry.
No. I mean, you already said it. I really appreciate both your time. I really appreciate both of your insight. it's definitely helpful because like I'm not like that analytic of a person to begin with. So sometimes I'm like I gotta really dig into this song and really dissect what they're doing. So I definitely appreciate the more analytical responses sometimes because it's helpful for me because I'm usually like I don't know, it's a vibe, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what a contest is for, right? So yeah,
Sure.
definitely appreciate the insights. Thank you both so much.
Oh, and also after this stream, I'll be in the KARDAVOX for about an hour. If you want to hang out and come about how you enjoy your life. So yeah, and obviously the Discord server right now is open to everyone, not just patrons and students. So come say hi, come threaten to kill me, whatever. I thrive on everything. I just need attention. Okay.
Why aren't you a vocalist?
Because
Joking.
because I have one lung and I'm terrible. Anyway, so all right.
Sorry.
I like a bit of self-effacing humor though. It's good. If not a vocalist, just a YouTuber. We're all content creators. It's fine. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Thanks everyone for watching. See you in the community, and yeah, see you on July 6th. Many thanks. Much love. Go check out the KARDAVOX Academy website and